that are then blended by Mexican drug cartels in Mexico into not just deadly fentanyl, but the fentanyl is used also to spike things like heroin and speed.
Nobody knows more about trade than me.
Nobody knows the system better than me.
Nobody knows the banking industry better than me.
Nobody knows more about environmental impact statements.
Donald Trump sent this message saying, this guy's gonna be the main lawyer of DOGE. Well, he's gone.
Breaking news. Trump's team is falling apart faster than a dollar store puzzle. But don't worry, he's got a foolproof plan to fix it. Step 1, hire anyone with a pulse. Step 2, there is no step 2. From a guy who lasted just 3 days to a dude selling mRNA detox kits, Trump's new dream team is more like a nightmare on Pennsylvania Avenue. Want to know just how bad it's gotten? Keep watching and prepare to have your mind blown. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. All right, folks, buckle up because we've got a real doozy for you today. Remember when Trump said he only hires the best people? Well, it looks like even the best have their limits. Enter Bill McGinley, Trump's latest legal superstar, who apparently decided that working for the Orange Menace wasn't all it was cracked up to be. Picture this. Trump, with his signature fake tan and ridiculous comb-over, proudly announces Bill McGinley as his new legal eagle for the Department of, what was it again? Oh, right, the Department of Efficiency. Because nothing says efficiency like Trump's administration, am I right?
The case where if they can do this to me, they can do this to anyone.
It's true. No, it is true. Just think about that. If it could happen to him.
I don't know what you mean. It's like if an intelligence agency said a global pandemic could happen, right? I mean, I'm sure they've been saying that for decades.
For Donald Trump, I mean, it's utterly pathetic. And then you have the Steve Bannon crew.
So McGinley shows up, probably expecting to defend some run-of-the-mill shenanigans, but 3 days later, poof, he's gone faster than Trump's hairline in a strong wind. I mean, come on, even most New Year's resolutions make it to January 2nd. What could have happened in those 3 days? Did Trump ask him to make the Constitution disappear along with his tax returns? Now we're left wondering what exactly went down in that golden tower of chaos. Did McGinley take one look at the job and decide he'd rather watch paint dry? Or maybe he realized that being Trump's lawyer is about as fun as a root canal without anesthesia. Either way, our boy Bill decided to make like a tree and leave. But here's the kicker, folks. The Wall Street Journal, not exactly known for its comedy routines, reported on McGinley's quick departure. They highlighted the unusual turnover rate in Trump's administration. Unusual? That's like saying Florida has a few alligators. Trump goes through staff faster than he goes through Big Macs. Now, speculation is swirling around McGinley's resignation faster than Trump's golf cart on the back nine. Some are suggesting that he might have felt a teensy bit uncomfortable with the job's demands. You think? Defending Trump's actions is like trying to explain why the earth is flat. It just doesn't add up.
They will come for you. If we don't control our government, their government will control us.
If I did it, you would be standing up in that chair shouting at me. And you know what I'd do? I'd say, you got me.
Still just concepts? Do you have a fully developed plan?
Let me explain. Obamacare stinks. It's lousy.
But don't worry, folks. McGinley assures us he'll be making announcements about his future in the private sector soon. Maybe he'll start a support group for ex-Trump employees. They could call it I Survived Trump Tower and all I got was this lousy subpoena. Well, folks, just when you thought Trump's hiring spree couldn't get any zanier, he's gone and pulled a rabbit out of a prison hat. That's right, Peter Navarro, the man who turned contempt of Congress into a 4-month vacation behind bars, is back in Trump's good graces. Because nothing says I'm ready to lead America quite like picking your economic guru from the prison talent show. Am I right? Navarro, Trump's former trade advisor and current jailbird turned policy wonk, is strutting back into the fold as the new senior counselor for trade and manufacturing. I guess Minister of Tariffs and Timeouts was already taken.
President Trump is speaking with Prime Minister Trudeau. I mean, obviously, we have had a good result so far.
I know nothing about QAnon. I know nothing about it. I know nothing about the indictment. indictment.
I know nothing about WikiLeaks.
I have no idea who these women are. Perform sex change operation and send them back home.
Not Jimmy anymore, it's Tamara, but I will.
Trump's singing Navarro's praises like he's some kind of economic Houdini who can magically escape trade deficits faster than he escaped prison. But wait, it gets better. Apparently Navarro used his time in the slammer to cook up plans for Trump's second term. Talk about multitasking. While most inmates are making license plates, Navarro was crafting economic policies. I hear his cellmate helped by proofreading all the charts and graphs tattooed on Navarro's back. So what's on the agenda for our newly minted trade guru? Well, buckle up, Buttercup, because Navarro's got a plan that'll make your head spin faster than a tariff on fidget spinners. He's talking about slapping import taxes on everything that moves, breathes, or exists in a parallel universe. It's like economic whack-a-mole, but instead of moles, it's American consumers getting whacked. Trump's thrilled, of course. He's been quoted as saying, Peter's time in prison has given him unique insights into the global economy. He understands supply and demand better than anyone, especially the demand for cigarettes is prison currency. Yes, because nothing prepares you for international trade negotiations quite like bartering for extra dessert in the mess hall. But here's the kicker, folks. Navarro's grand return to Trump's inner circle proves that when the orange one talks about draining the swamp, what he really means is recycling the pond scum. It's like a game of musical chairs, except all the chairs are in jail cells and the music is just the sound of indictments being read.
Another one of your favorite Democrats, Democrat Attorney General Merrick Garland. There's a winner.
Donald Trump sat and watched for over 3 hours while our Capitol was brutally attacked by a mob that he sent there.
How has your life changed over the last 3 weeks?
It's incredible, and we are very, very busy. The life is...
Well, folks, it looks like Trump's team is shakier than a house of cards in a tornado. With all these resignations and wacky appointments, the White House is starting to resemble a circus tent with a revolving door. Kash Patel, the new guy on the block, is apparently an expert in selling miracle cures. Who knew snake oil salesmanship was a prerequisite for government work? And let's not forget our old pal Peter Navarro, fresh out of the slammer and ready to tackle trade policy. Because nothing says economic expertise like a stint in the big house, right? Trump's really scraping the bottom of the barrel here, or should I say the prison cafeteria tray. If this is what making America great again looks like, I'd hate to see Trump's version of a dumpster fire.
This is a tale of two Americas, and you know it wasn't this way when Donald Trump was president. I remember the days I was there. In Trump's America, you were safe.
The 14th Amendment, though, says that, quote, all persons born in the United States are citizens. Can you get around the 14th Amendment with an executive action?
We're going to have to get a change.
I said, and they got me. I said, I want to wear it on stage. When they said I looked thinner.
Stay tuned, folks. With the orange turd in charge, there's always another punchline. I mean, headline coming. Who knows? Maybe next week he'll appoint his golf caddy as Secretary of Defense.